I teach for the student afraid to wear glasses to see. I wear mine the next day, so he's just like me. For the student whose home life is bringing him down, an ear to listen to turn that frown around. The boy in the class, bouncing off the wall, make the lesson so interesting that no one can fall asleep. Don't you dare, not when I'm on the stage. I teach in a profession that lets me act the age of my students, being silly and quirky, make the uninterested laugh and maybe smirk, be the dad to the girl who doesn't know one, or the amusement for the boy who can't afford one. For the kids who know everything, so then I must try to challenge those minds and avoid a bored sigh. We'll write books, speak pieces of poetry, learn dancing somehow in a class of history, find ways to learn even though we might fail, but grow from those times we study in detail. For the struggling student who it's hard to see, it's not their fault. They have a disability. To learn math and reading can seem so hard. I can't do it, they say. I won't let them play that card. I teach for the boy who'd rather play games and look in a book, drawing him in to take a second look at the lesson to him that might pale in importance. For those who move schools because they are orphans, hard to relate to a life like that. But my classroom is exactly what they need in a life that is crazy. To avoid ever being labeled as lazy, just I don't want to is the phrase, says he, because he doesn't know why the study should matter. It's old but important, especially the latter. I teach for the students I run into years down the road, whose excitement to see me might even explode into a hug or a scream you might hear, and unfortunately a grumble or a jeer. But that boy still does not know the challenge I brought, and it still will be years until he knows it wasn't content I taught. Still unwilling to admit that he grew, although I might have cried at times, it was his potential I always knew. I teach for the room of kids, many a kind, all types and all struggles I must keep in mind. It's all kids I teach, and that's why I do what I do, and I teach for all the kids just like you.